Okay, so my office is finally done. If you didn't watch my previous video, I mentioned that my office had water damage and the walls and the ceiling were completely ruined. And it was unfortunate because I had everything pretty much set up how I wanted it. I had all my, dolls and books displayed behind me. I also have some shelves here in front of me, and I had some stuff there. I also have a cabinet that I had almost set up. So I had everything kind of the way I wanted it. And it took a really long time to fix the ceiling and the walls, but everything is now done. My shelves are hung up again, and we can start moving in all my dolls. And even though I hate that this has happened, I did, there are some positive things that have come out of this. I have rearranged some things in the room that I think are going to make the room a lot better. And I think the way I'm going to display things will be a little bit differently than, what I did the first time. And I feel like this version of my, doll studio and office is going to be better than the previous one. At least that's what I'm hoping. So let me go ahead and show you around the room and let you know all the areas that I'm going to be displaying dolls. Okay, so this is one of the main wall displays that I will be displaying my dolls. And you can see I kind of have a few set up just to kind of give me an idea of how I want to set this up. So the way I set it up before, I had a mixture of like books and dolls and just like random other things. And I really like the way I displayed it that way. However, I'm kind of thinking that I want to go a little bit more minimal, a little bit more simpler. And by doing that, I feel like I'm going to be able to display more dolls. What I want to do is basically just line them up really evenly. Try to keep it, even all the way across. I have 3 shelves. And if I do that, I feel like it will, look really clean and really organized, and it won't look as busy as it was before. And although I do like that sort of like busy sort of aesthetic, I think I want to be a little bit more minimal or organized for the shelves, because this desk that I have set up here is going to be, I have 2 desks in my room. I have a giant desk, the one that I was sitting at the beginning of the video, and then I have this desk that has my sewing machine, and I kind of want to use this as like my crafting corner. And I'm okay with it being a little bit messy, but I think that the desk will be a little bit messier, and I want the shelves to be a little bit more organized. So yeah, I'm going to line them up, and I haven't figured out exactly where or like what I want to put on the first row. I definitely want to organize them by like, Barbie eras. So on the bottom, I'm thinking of doing the vintage era of Barbie. And then in this middle shelf, I want to do Mod and Malibu. I mostly have Malibu stuff. I don't have a ton of Mod, but I'm thinking maybe the middle shelf and the top shelf can be a mixture of Mod and Malibu. But yeah, so the bottom shelf will be mostly Vintage Barbie. Sorry, I'm like really backlit, but I don't know how else to film this. There's a window behind me. So you can see this is the desk, the much bigger desk that I work at. I do a lot of online work, computer work, so I really need this desk to do all of that. But you can see here I have 2 shelves. Now I couldn't fit 3 shelves like the wall that I just showed you, because the ceiling heights are different, which is really annoying. It was really frustrating actually, because I did the 3 shelves first on that wall, and then I put these up, and when I was measuring, I realized I actually couldn't fit 3 shelves at the same height as I did the other shelves. So instead of doing that, I decided to do 2 shelves and I spaced them further apart. And that's just how it's gonna have to be because this is an old house and old houses have crooked walls, crooked foundations, and crooked ceilings. So we're gonna do 2 shelves, and they're actually pretty long shelves. It spans the entire width of my desk. So you can see my desk is pretty long. And I am thinking that I want to maybe keep this shelf as like books and Barbie storage. So it's kind of hard to see, but up here I have a box. These are like gift boxes with like the magnetic closure. I bought them off of Amazon. They're pretty cheap. But in here I keep all of my vintage Barbie fashions really nice and organized. You can see there. Let's see what else I have. And I have them all on like cards and in plastic sleeves so I can like open them and take them. And right now I've only organized the my vintage Barbie, vintage era Barbie clothes this way, just because they're a lot more valuable and I want to take care of them. So I have them all organized really nice and neatly and in cards with sleeves, and I put them in here. They fit perfectly in here. And what I eventually want to do is actually wrap this in some sort of like sticker or paper and maybe design something, have someone graphically design, like kind of make it look like a big Barbie book or like the cover of a book. And then I want to hang them, or not hang them, but put them on the shelves. And I'm thinking I want to do them up here on this top row. Okay, so this is the third place, I guess like the third wall I can display things on. And this is really nice because it's a closed cabinet. It has glass. And you know, if you have closed storage, things won't get as dusty. So it's really nice to have this. I was thinking about displaying more of my expensive dolls, which in my collection, that would probably be a lot of my vintage era Barbie. However, I did want to display a lot of my vintage era Barbie on that bottom shelf of the wall that has 3 shelves, which is open shelving. So they might get a little dusty every now and then. I'll just have to keep kind of dusting and making sure that they don't, you know, collect too much dust. But if I display them in here, they would be a lot safer. You can actually see I have one now. I have my swirl ponytail. Looking super gorgeous. I have her in the barbecue outfit, just without the apron. I thought it looked really pretty. And then underneath I have a crinoline. This crinoline is from the advent calendar that came out. I think the first vintage advent calendar that Bill Greeny designed a couple years ago. So that's where that crinoline came from. But I was thinking about making more of these because they're just like really well. I really like the way this crinoline was designed. I probably would use softer netting. This netting feels, I mean, you can't really tell on camera. But yeah, so I was thinking about making more of these just because I really like the way this crinoline was designed. It has like a yoke, a skirt yoke. So it sits really nicely on her hips, and then it like flares out and has all these ruffles here. So yeah, I actually was thinking about making more of these just because it really, really helps the shape I really loved how it turned out. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is just like bring everything in and start setting up again. I think that's all the styling I'm going to do for the cabinet at the moment. I still have a ton of space for dolls at the top and in the middle, so I have plenty of room to add additions to my doll collection, which is exactly what I want. So now I'm going to go around to all the shelves and just kind of style them, maybe rearrange them a little bit, and probably change some fashions out. But I'm going to do that off camera so that I can just kind of skip to the reveal. So let's go ahead and skip to the reveal.